Hi, I want to share with you a practice for opening up your speaking voice using vocal technique practices. And this comes from the Lasac-Madsen Resonant Voice Therapy practice. And I'm just going to give you a couple of tools that you can start to use right away. Very simple. So the first step is to make some humming sounds. So go ahead and do that right in your speaking range. So go ahead and try that out for yourself. Right? Should feel pretty easeful, pretty good. And notice as you're humming, can you have about the size of a golf ball in your mouth when you're humming? So, do you notice that gives you a little bit more resonant space? And you might even feel, if you have a hand on your chest, you might feel some of the resonance in your chest. Let's just do one more round of some vocal inflections on a hum. You might feel tingling in the nasopharynx area. Yeah. Okay, so from there, let's start to bring in some sounds that sound like words. So we're basically gonna hum, and I'll demonstrate first, and then you can join me. It'll sound like this. Mim, 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 mim. So we're just toning through. Feel the complete line of sound through those words. So let's do that together. Ready? Mim, 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 mim. You don't have to mimic exactly the pitches I'm using. Use the pitches that feel comfortable in your body, so whatever pitch is good. The important thing here is you're gonna feel a little spreading, like a lifted sensation through the nose and the sinuses, the nasopharynx area. And a really good way to get into that space is to think about, there are two different analogies that I'll offer you. One analogy is thinking about biting an apple. So imagine that your fist is like an apple and you're literally gonna bite it going, and notice that lifted sensation. You can even see the nostrils gently flaring and lifting, right? There's a lift. And what that does for your sound, mim, 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 it's a lifted sound and there's more resonance. The second analogy that I'll offer you that works for some people too is that to think about the space being like a sneeze. So imagine you were literally about to sneeze, you're gonna go, achoo, right? Something like that. So when you're breathing in to prepare to sneeze, notice the lift in the face. It feels kind of funny, but actually you can use that lift to make your sound more resonant and more comfortable, because what that's doing is it's lifting it off of your throat. You're not pushing from here, and you're using the cavities in your mouth to resonate your sound in a really healthy way. So give that a try. Try the sneezy space, try the biting the apple space, and go ahead and make those sounds once again. So breathe it in like the sneeze. Mim, 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 mim. And see if you can send the sound like you're shooting it out through your nose, shooting it out through your third eye. Try it out. Mim, 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 mim. Yeah, notice how resonant that is. A topic that I'm not going to get into for the purposes of this video is breathing technique, which is super important for making sure that you are in your resonance with your speaking, so you're not straining and you're not, shut down in your voice. But that's a longer topic. So what I'll just say for now is make sure that you're breathing into your belly and you're feeling that low abdomen gently supporting the sound up. So if you've worked with me before, you might have remembered that I offer practices like hissing practices from the low belly, things like that. So you might want to practice that a few times, feel that expansion and support of the breath, and then send it through this space that we're creating. All right, so the next step here for practicing your speaking voice using vocal technique is to start to say some words. And this is going to be a really fun creative exercise. So don't get too attached on the sentences making a lot of sense right now. We're just using sound and alliteration to practice this resonance. And the humming on an M sound is a really good way to start that process. So we're going to use M words. So I'll demonstrate what that can be like. So it's going to sound something like this. Monday morning, Mary made magic. Something like that. So give that a try yourself and see that the whole point of this, see if you can feel the breath flowing, nice and easy, space in the throat, and nice and lifted here with a lot of resonance. So give that a try. Monday morning, Mary made magic. Monday morning, Mary made magic. And you can change the words if you want. Yeah, Monday morning, Mary ate M&Ms, as another example. But notice what I'm doing is that I'm starting to inflect my voice now. So I'm playing with resonance in the low space. I'm sending it into a higher place. Magic, magic, magic. Different places in my range, and practicing if I can make that feel easeful. If it feels strained or forced, that means pause, come back to the breath, come back to your resonant space, and lift that sound once again. And so then, this is, of course, clearly very affected speaking. You're not actually going to go speak like this out in the world unless you really want to, but it's a character voice. So how does this apply into our just normal everyday speech? Well, the whole idea is that if we can stretch your voice, if we can move to one extreme, we can just call it an extreme, to talk like this in a really resonant way, okay? Then if we can move you in that direction and have you feel that in a healthy way, what's going to happen is that you're going to come back, but your new set point is going to be more on the resonant side of things. It's not going to be kind of like shut down or not able to resonate, right? We're going to be in a healthy, natural resonance, and you're going to be able to naturally feel some of this lifting, some of the vibration. You're going to feel your breath flowing, and you're going to feel connected in your voice. And whenever you get nervous, so this is something that people who, they say this to me all the time when they're speaking or when they're singing, and they get a little bit nervous. That's the moment when their voice really shuts down. And so what happens when you get nervous? Well, you start to contract, right? You get the breath shuts down, the voice shuts down, and it's really hard to resonate sound from that place. So a lot of this practice, honestly, is about training your nervous system to calm in those moments, training your body to not go into contraction mode, but training your body to stay open even in those moments. And that's what some of the greatest performers know how to do. Even when they feel nervous, their body still knows how to sing. They still know how to speak. They can deliver it because they've trained themselves to do that. So it's a skill, just like any other skill. And my invitation to you, here's your practice, is to practice this skill of whenever you get nervous, just come back into this humming sensation. Nice and spacious. Long, elongated breath, because those two things, elongated breath and spaciousness in the throat and the mouth, those basically undo the shutting down that happens when we get nervous. And so life is your training ground. So any chance you get, whether you're in the car, in the shower, just living your life, to just practice this hum and this alignment that we just cultivated and practice speaking in this way, your body's going to remember that over and over again. It's going to create that pathway so that when you get nervous in a certain situation, your body's already practiced. You already know how to get back into the sweet spot for your voice. So I hope this is really helpful for you. If you have any questions about it, let me know. Send me a message, reach out. I'll be happy to send you more vocal resources. I always make these videos based on what people want and what people need. So if you have specific requests, just let me know. I'll be happy to create a video on that topic. And of course, if you are wanting more opportunities to sing, to practice, to get practice speaking, reach out to me. I've got lots of classes happening. I've got workshops, one-on-one lessons, all kinds of ways for you to receive support. So I'm just a message away. You can send me a message right now and say, hey, I'm interested, or I'm curious about X, Y, and Z, and I'll be happy to respond and share with you some resources that can help you along the way. So happy singing, happy speaking, enjoy your voice, and I will see you next time. Bye.